So we're at the time of year again where it's time for us to start our tomato seeds, which is honestly is the highlight of most people's gardens, right? Is your tomato plants. Everybody's looking forward to it. How big are your tomatoes? How are your tomatoes doing? That's the kind of questions you get all the time. And so people love their tomatoes and they take pride in their tomatoes. Now, a lot of people may believe that we're starting our tomato seeds too late. Okay, some people may believe that. We've started them earlier. We used to start them like 1st of March, and that began honestly just way too early. Our tomatoes tend to grow really fast, okay? So we don't want to overgrow them. We've had them be this tall and be a little spindly when it's time to plant them, if we've planted them too soon. So we've kind of make sure we back it up a little bit. We would actually rather them be a little shorter and squattier than tall, okay, because it's just a healthier root system and a healthier plant if they're a little shorter and squattier when you go to transplant them in the ground. So we try to back up a little bit, you know, so we wait a little bit. Here we are, early April, planting our tomato seeds, and we're going to be just fine. So we have our trays set up here, and we've got, again, the normal thing we do, these cups, okay? Much simpler process. We try to make sure the process is very simple. We don't try to overthink it, and we just try to make sure we keep it simple and easy to understand and easy to remember and keep track of, right? So we keep just very simple. We don't use the little cell trays, the little seed starting pods. We don't use seed starting soil, to be honest with you. We just use a good potting mix. Now we take them, you put a few holes in the bottom here for drainage, and then you label them. Make sure you label them first, okay? That's something that you should always do, is when you're starting seeds, is label your cups first, and then you plant the seeds in the corresponding cups with the labels, rather than, hey, I planted all these seeds here, what did I put in there again, right? So you make sure they're labeled first. Keeps it simple for you. And we take a good organic potting mix, something that's light but not too light, and we just put them in there. Make sure when we moisten the soil first to where it can hold together but not be dripping wet, okay? Plant them full up to about right here. See, leave about an inch head space, okay? That way, as the plant grows up, if you need to put some soil in there to kind of stabilize the plant a little bit, then you have room. You still have room to add some soil to it instead of having to up pot it or repot it, right? It's up potting to me, which is just a process of taking from a smaller pot to a bigger pot. This up potting to me for seeds in the seed starting process is the largest waste of time there is. There's no sense in it. It should not be necessary. So we avoid it. I just put them right in the cups. They're going to stay in until we plant them in the soil, until we plant them in the ground. Now we're going to go through our tomatoes that we are planting, okay? Angela Kay is predetermined everything, which ones are going where, and so I'm going to try to keep them straight so I don't get them out of order, because she has them in order, all organized, because she's much more organized than I am. Ruby Dawn, a hybrid from Hostinator. We grew it last year. We love it. It's awesome. And Saucy Lady. Hey, it's Saucy Lady. It's not a hybrid. It's an heirloom, and it's good for what? Sauce. So what we're doing is, honestly, we grow Romas most of the time. Romas are a fantastic tomato. We love growing Romas. We tend to not get all of our harvest from Romas, whether they get a disease, whether they get blossom end rot. Something happens. I don't know what happens every stinking year. We lose too many that we don't get. That just something happens to them. I don't know why. So we're changing it up and planting Saucy Lady instead. Okay. So we're gonna plant those. We're gonna plant, let's see, German Johnson. You know why? Because it's a stinking good tomato. That's why. Awesome tomato. Oh, and there they're getting out of order. A homestead tomato. We've never grown it before, but they say it's a heirloom tomato that packs a punch with the production. Packs a punch with production, right? Okay, that's alliteration for those of you who don't understand. They say it just produces a ton, more than any hybrid, almost. So, Hostinator, the reports are fantastic. Everybody loves it. They adore it. So, that's a Haas hybrid. So, honestly, why not grow it? Ruby Dawn. Oh, see, there it is. Out of order. The Sweetie cherry tomato. It sounds really good. It's supposed to be sweet. as it says, right? So we're gonna do that one. Sun Gold, because who doesn't love a good Sun Gold cherry tomato? They're just beautiful, beautiful tasting tomato. See this little bitty pack right here? Yellow German. These come from Sustainable Mountain Agriculture Center, heirlooms.org. It's a great place to find some rare seeds, but pre-prepared, they're not cheap. Okay, but Yellow German is an outstanding tomato that I love dearly, and so it's yellow with a little like tie-dye red in it. It's awesome. This one right here, what is it? Cherokee Purple. Yeah, one of the all-time favorites, correct? Classic beefsteak, not because I like it, but because my mother-in-law likes it. And a little bit of ground cherry. You know why? Because they're just good, tasty, delicious. And if we don't eat them, the chickens do. And might as well grow it because they're good. Now, the very difficult part for me and my fingers is making sure to plant these seeds in here right. So I'm gonna do what I can, then Angel K's gonna come in here and help me when we're off camera. But just right here, a couple little spots, okay? And there, kind of carve out a couple little spots with your finger. Very simple. And drop one seed in each little spot. We're going to put 2 seeds in a cup in case one of them doesn't germinate. Okay, and if both of them germinate and we got some beautiful looking tomato plants, we will transplant them later and into their own cups, and somebody can have some free tomato plants. Probably my sister-in-law. But that's how it is. It's very simple. Then don't bury them too deep. Just cover them over a little bit. And just like that, we've got them all planted. Angela K does a really good job helping me plant them. And so we've got them all planted, barely covered over them really good. Now the trick is you do need to moisten them, okay? They do need some water. Because water rehydrates the seeds, helps them germinate, okay? That's just, so they need some water. Don't water them too hard. You can either take a spray bottle, a good spray bottle with a good strong mister, like the Zep bottles, that's what they are. You can get them at Tractor Supply or on Amazon. We don't, honestly, the last one of those we had broke, so we don't have one right now. But what we do have is just our garden hose with the nozzle on it and the mister function. That will work well. The misting function works really well. Just don't want to overpower them with water, okay? You don't. So if you water them too hard, the seeds will water down to the soil, and then they'll be buried too deep to germinate. So just want to make sure you keep them good and wet, nice moist soil, and then once you get them all watered really well, cover them. Okay. Well, now what we're going to do is cover them with plastic wrap. You don't need the domes like the seed starting trays come with. A lot of times you just need something to keep them over top. If you keep plastic wrap on top of them and press down, then like we'll take them inside, put them on our heat mats, and the humidity stays up in there. That's all it is. You're trying to keep humidity up in there because that also helps them germinate. Okay, so that keeps them warm, keeps them moist, and humidity in there, and that's all you need. So you're just looking to keep humidity inside the cups. So plastic wrap covered over top will do just fine, okay? And it's something you've already got. You don't need to go spend $20 or $10 to $20, whatever they cost anymore. I have no idea what they cost, on a plastic dome that you're using once, okay? And then as you go and they germinate, you take the plastic off of each one because you do not want to keep the humidity on them after they've germinated. It'll cause them to grow up and get too leggy too fast, okay? And that's not what you want either. You're looking to create a good healthy plant with a good root system, and if they grow up too leggy too fast, you're not going to get that, okay? And so you do that, and it's really that simple. That's all there is to it. We do our best to make sure that we keep this seed starting process as simple as possible, and that you realize that, hey, you can do this. Now, if you don't have a seed starting heat mat like we do, we have 4 of them inside because we do a lot of this, so it helps us. And we don't truly have a great sunny window, okay? But if you have a really sunny window that you don't mind that you got space and don't mind putting some plant starting cups there in the front of it, then go ahead and do that. It's okay as long as they can get warm, okay? They have to be warm. They don't need to be in a cool spot, okay? So if they're a good sunny window where it gets warm at, we have a bay window in front of our house, but there's just not space there to put all these cups. That's why we don't use it like that. But my mother has a big picture window in the front in their living room there, and have a space there to put her plant cups, and she puts them there and they're just fine, you know? So if you do that, you just gotta make sure you rotate them after they start growing, because they're going to start leaning towards the light. You got to rotate them around, make sure they don't do that, okay? But keep it as simple as possible. Don't have to be crazy with it, and take care of them, enjoy it, have fun, right? We have a mix of hybrids and heirlooms here, in case you're wondering, in case you forgot. Hybrids and heirlooms, it's okay. Hybrids aren't GMO seeds, it's fine. Hybrids are just cross-pollinated heirlooms, to be honest with you. Okay, and that's all that is, and it's fine. And honestly, grow your tomatoes and have some fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. My name is Jason. This is Art of Creation Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you. Goodbye.